brother, 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 brother. All right. Let's make sure this is working, y'all. Trying to share my screen. Okay. All right, y'all. Holy moly! I don't even know if y'all can hear me. I'm about to check it on my phone real quick. I'm about to check it on my phone. I'm about to check it on my phone real fast. All right. All right. I think we good. I think we good. I think it's all set. Hold on. Let me make a story real quick. Make a story real quick. Um, we gonna get right into it, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. Yo, I spent so much time just trying to set the stream up, bro. Alright. Yo, I spent so much time trying to just start the stream, dog. Like I was in OBS. Well, let me put the stream like, bro. I was everywhere, dog, trying to start the stream up. I kind of figured it out, but then again, I kind of didn't. So who knows? But I said live right now. Tap in. All right, I posted that on there. Then I went on my other page and I did another joint. Said, tap in. All right. All right. I think we're good to go. I think we can get started now. I was trying to see if the music in the background was too much. Let me check. 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 Background was too much. All right. I just turned it down. So, all right, y'all. Welcome to the stream. If this is your first time watching, I appreciate you for pulling up. I appreciate you for tuning in. Today, as y'all can tell by the title, Actually, clap it up for the first time, y'all. It's the first time streaming. It's our first time streaming, y'all. Round of applause for that. We streaming. It took me like 30 minutes to set this up, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I planned to stream at 9:30, and now it's 10:15, and we're just getting started. So, um, I'm sorry about that. If you guys are watching, hello, my name is Cole Covers. I will be recreating Kanye West's iconic album cover. Right, we're gonna recreate this. Let me make sure those posts went live, just so that people got to know these. Okay, okay. Excuse me. Okay, okay. All right. So notifications is out. Right. I'm probably gonna just have my stream up on my phone, just so I can see. I'm not gonna play it though, but I just want to see what everything looks like. Make sure everything looks good. Okay. All right, y'all. So today, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be recreating this Kanye West album cover. And without further ado, let's get into it. We're gonna be recreating this, but I feel like before we even recreate this, right? I'm gonna put this out there. Let's full screen this, and let's scale it. Let's scale it. All right. Okay. So this album, y'all. This album. Yeah, let's turn this down. Let's turn this off. I thoroughly enjoyed this album, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. This album was very good. I've listened to it 3 times by now, and each time I listen to it, I find myself enjoying it much more than the first time and the second time. And I've been enjoying this album. The reason why I wanted to recreate this cover art was because I think I really like this theme of redemption, right? I'm really starting to um, just gravitate towards redeemable people in society and redeemable characters, even in stories. I've been watching Invincible, right? And in Invincible, Omni Man's character, I don't know if you guys watch Invincible or not, but Omni Man's character is in his redemption arc. And you get to see how people change and how characters change throughout a storyline. I think um, real life imitate art imitates real life, but I think we have real life examples of this, and I think Kanye West is a great real life example. So I really wanted to do this because I wanted to explore that theme of redemption. Is Kanye redeemable? Yes, we can look back at the track record. It doesn't look pretty at all. We can name countless things. We can name the VMAs in 2009 with Taylor Swift. We can name slavery as a choice. We can name the anti-Semitic claims. We can name all of that. But at the end of the day, is Kanye redeemable? Right? And I don't know. I think it's up to the culture. Now, I will say this though. Kanye has done so much to his image over the past years. It's kind of hard. I think people can kind of put it past him now. And, I know mental health has to do with a lot of it. So it kind of gives him a little bit of grace, but it doesn't at the same time. But it is very heartbreaking for like Kanye West fans or people that are really, you know, really big fans of Kanye, and he keeps breaking their hearts every year. I say with all the shenanigans he's been doing, but um, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm a big Kanye fan. I haven't even listened to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and that's his most regarded album, right? I haven't even listened to it. I've only listened to Late Registration, Graduation, and College Dropout, and I've listened to Bully, and that's about it. So I still got a lot of homework to do, but the reason why I wanted to come on here and rap with y'all because I think we have an interesting concept. I think we have an interesting story to tell, and it involves redemption, right? It involves redemption. Um, so that's what we're going to explore here. So first and foremost, we gotta realize what are we looking at, right? What are we looking at? I did a little bit of research before, throughout the week. I didn't try to do too much. I wanted everything to kind of be raw and uncut. I wanted you guys to see my creative process and how I go about creating art, right? So, what are we looking at? Off first glance, I don't even know what I'm looking at, to be honest, right? I don't know what I'm looking at, right? I see, somebody with a facial expression and their teeth are blacked out. This is what most people would say when they look at this piece, right? All right, so let's pull up some articles. Let's pull up some articles here because this is part of the research, right? So Kanye West Bully album meaning, right? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look and see if we can find. Hold up, is it sharing the live stream? Is it sharing the? It is not sharing. Let's share. Let's share. Let's share this. Let's share this real quick. Let's just try and find an article about Kanye's album cover real quick. Let me see. Let me see. All right. Let me see. All right. Okay. All right. So let's look. Let's look. Kanye West Bully album cover meaning. All right. Type that in. Okay. This is what comes up. So Kanye West Bully album cover, a gritty black and white photo of a Japanese photographer. Oh no, excuse me, by a Japanese photographer, Dado Moriyama. Dado Moriyama. Okay, let's type in Dado Moriyama. Let's look at some of his work, right? Okay. Dado Moriyama. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Right. This is some of his artwork or some of his photos. Okay. So he kind of does like a street urban kind of vibe. It's giving me a little bit of creepy. But when I look at that Donda cover, I get creepy vibes from it as well. So yeah, let's continue reading. Let's go back. Okay. Features a close-up of a person speculated to be his son, Saint, or Kanye himself, flaunting metal grills symbolizing raw aggression, street theme throughout the album. The image serves as a study in juxtaposition, highlighting themes and internal, external bullying, right? The struggle for identity and return to raw artistic form. Okay. Okay. So now let's go. Let's see if we can find a Kanye's album cover bully deep dive. Okay. Hands ad blocker. Okay. Let's go back then. Let's go back. See if we can find. Okay. Bars bully Kanye West. Also considering Ye's controversy this decade, the thematic approach in recent years. Okay. 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 Let's type in Kanye West album cover. All right. Just type that in. See what comes up. Wonder if y'all can hear that. Wonder if y'all can hear that. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear that. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear that. I don't even know what's playing. I don't even know what's playing. I don't even know what's playing. Okay. Okay, it's not playing. All right, so let's take a look here. Kanye West Bully album cover. See if we can read. Okay, I think this is the article I read before. So, all right. Ye posted a black and white image of a person grinning on his face. Okay, cancel that out. Please watch out. Thank you. The Italian digital magazine Outpump said the image reference to Japanese custom Hagaru. Hogaru. Hogaru. So basically what they're saying is that this image West has is a custom, is a Japanese custom called Ungaro. So you guys see where here, let's see if I can go back. Um, let's see if I can go back. So you guys see okay. So they're saying that this right here is actually a Japanese tradition, right? And if I'm not mistaken, this is actually a tradition they use for Japanese women when they're about to enter adulthood, right? So they kind of like black out their teeth. It's a very interesting tradition. I won't ever say that something is, weird or anything, but because that's their tradition. So let's go back here. So it says it's a symbol before reaching adulthood and after marriage, as well as beauty. The process involves women painting their teeth with a solution made from iron, fillings mixed with vinegar and tannin from vegetables and tea. Okay, so we get that, but why use this, right? Why highlight this tradition, right? And let's actually watch a video on what this tradition is to fully get an understanding of what we're looking at, right? So let's go here. Let's type that in. Share this tab, and let's just watch a video real fast on what this is, because I'm actually curious. Like, I want to know what it is. Um,
A long time ago in Japan, women dyed their teeth black. Sounds strange, right? But it was a sign of women dyed their teeth black.
okay, start it back.
A long time ago in Japan, women dyed their teeth black. Sounds strange, right? But it was a sign of beauty and growing up. This was called ohaguro. It showed that a woman was an adult and ready for marriage. The dye was made from iron, vinegar, tea, or sake. It turned teeth black and kept them strong. Ohaguro was like old-fashioned toothpaste. It stopped cavities and made teeth healthy, but times changed. In the 1800s, Japan stopped this tradition. Now, people like white teeth instead. Would you try black teeth? A long time ago in Japan, women dyed their teeth black. Sounds strange.
Okay, so this Anguru, hopefully I'm saying it right, is a Japanese tradition. So why are we using Japanese traditions in for the album cover, right? Good question. something we have to answer. So Moriyama capturing changes in the post-world Japan. The effects of modernization on the nation's culture. He is featured in the Museum of Modern Art's acclaimed 1974 expedition, New Japanese Photography, and was the subject of complete retrospective National Museum of Art in Akasaka, Japan. In Akas, in Osaka, Osaka, sorry, Osaka, Japan in 2011. A solo expedition following a 2012 Tate Modern in London. Okay. Bully is Ye's third album this year, following the release of the album Vultures and Vultures 2, February, August. Ye teased, yada yada yada. Ye has been living in Tokyo, where he recorded Bully in a hotel room with his engineer. On October 8th, Tokyo Weekender reported that the rapper had been seen at the Japanese capital city without his wife for the past 2 weeks. Okay, so Ye is getting a lot of his inspiration from other cultures and seeing other places of life and seeing other how life works in other places, right? So um I think he's paying an ode to Japanese culture specifically. He hired a Japanese photographer who is famous for one of his pieces. Um, he actually got an award. Let's look at the award he received. Okay, it's saying the page is not found. So I think he's embracing his, or not his, but his newfound love for Japanese culture. And he even has another Japanese artist designed one of his album covers before. Ye's 2007 album Graduation and Kid See Ghost was designed by Takashi Murakami. Now, you guys are probably like, who is Takashi Murakami, right? So, Takashi Murakami, let me share this tab. This is the guy, I know you guys seen the Murakami flower, right? This is the guy who designed the Graduation album cover. And this Murakami flower has actually been coming like apparent in the last couple years. Like I've been seeing it a lot. So this was the guy who designed the Graduation album cover. So we're trying to understand why Kanye picked this specifically. And it's something that we're not grasping. We have to find it. So Kanye West Bully album cover. How about album meaning? Album meaning. Let's type in album meaning. Okay. Album meaning. Okay. Let's see. Kanye West Bully. Bully inspiration. Inspiration. Okay. So let's see. Reddit. Kanye West Bully album inspired. Okay. It's saying his album was inspired by his son kicking a kid. Okay. Kanye West said the forthcoming album Bully is inspired by his and Kim Kardashian's oldest son Saint kicking a weak kid. My son was playing with some kid, then he kicked them. The gold digger rapper told pal Justin LeBoy of a 9-year-old on Tuesday on an episode of The Download. The Download. Let's just watch this for a little bit. See what we get.
Being called crazy. Where do you believe that narrative came from?
From me doing crazy shit.
You just announced Bully, the new album. It's on the way. It's your first project. for 3 years since Donda.
Yeah.
Why the title Bully?
My son was playing with some kid, and then he kicked him. And I asked my son, I said, "Why you did?" Because he weak. And I was like, "This man is really a bully right here." I gotta
Saint, you the reason for Bully.
don't say do they just kick everybody and like push him over and like just.
I wonder where we get that from. Which parent?
Oh,
Definitely young Ye.
yeah.
When should we expect Bully to drop? Yeah.
My oldest said to bring it out in June. So
Your birthday or her birthday?
oh. Didn't Yeezus come out on your birthday? Yeah, so we're gonna do it on your birthday. That's when we're gonna bring Bully out because that's her favorite album so far.
Yeah. She rated a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay, Bully's on the way. North's birthday.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me.
The one, it could go.
Right.
It could go. You don't even have to change anything. And I remember when I met him, before we were doing Vultures, before it's called Vultures.
Yeah.
And I think before I even decided to do the album with Ty, I knew we was gonna come for the chip.
Yeah.
I knew because each team member, we pull them together because I'm a walking franchise. So we need, these teams at this point.
Yeah.
That's one of the things. Another thing is I'm chopping up all the samples by hand.
How much does this album Bully mean to you? I remember we was listening to music and you was like, man, this album is just so positive. Every word matters, every bar matters. And
because you lean on like a bar that like brings somebody down. Just that was always rap. Yeah. And this is like more the way I remember Lauryn Hill album, way I remember Miseducation. I feel like it is my Miseducation. It is my Gnarls Barkley album because even 808s and Heartbreak.
Yeah.
So I know Bully has a title and a connotation that a lot of people are anti bully, but we can bring it. I'm just hyper next level frequency right now.
Okay, so what I got from that was that the album is inspired by his son. Now, is this album cover a picture of his son? That's something else I want to know. Yeah, but I do want to address the elephant in the room. Kanye West gets banned from UK, and the wireless festival canceled. Right. So this was actually reported this week. The Summer's Wireless Festival has been canceled after headline Kanye West was blocked from coming to the UK. The government refused permission for West, known as Ye, to travel to the UK after backlash to his planned set to London Festival this summer. For the last several years, West has caused the outrage for a string of anti-Semitic, racist, and pro-Nazi comments. Wow. So, is Ye on the path of unforgivable? He's getting banned. The culture doesn't really side with them anymore. Black people don't really side with them anymore. How does one redeem himself? And I think, is it possible? Is redemption even possible for Ye? That's a big question that we have to answer. And I believe it is. You know what I'm saying? I believe that it is, but you have to drop good music. That's the only way. That's the only way. If we take a look at Gunna, right? If we take a look at Gunna, and there's been, I wouldn't say numerous examples because this is rare. Redemption is very rare. Like once you're deemed, once you get that label on you, once you fall off, or once like stuff isn't clicking for you anymore, the culture is real quick to get you out of there. I can name prime examples. I'm not going to name them, but I'm pretty sure you guys can think of somebody who the culture just kicked to the curb, right? whether it was the music wasn't good anymore, or they had some things going on behind the scenes or whatever, right? But is this redeemable? Can somebody apologize for their actions and hold themselves accountable and try and rebrand themselves in a way? And if we take a look at Gunna is a prime example that redemption is possible. Yes, Gunna is a prime example. And the reason why I bring up Gunna, and you're probably like, why does all of this correlate? How does it correlate? Right? Because redemption is one of the themes I want to tap into when I'm recreating this cover art right now. All right. I want to tap into redemption. And I think Gunna is a great example of redemption, right? Let's close. My bad. Yeah. So I think Gunna is a great example of redemption. And you say, why? Well, if we take a look back, and I believe this was 2022, Gunna 2022, YSL trial. YSL trial, right? Okay. Yep. And he was Sergio Kitchen secured his release from jail, entering an afford plea to a single racketeering conspiracy charge in the YSL RICO case, right? Now, I think the industry went against Gunna when he made this move. Like, Lil Durk wasn't messing with him, Lil Baby wasn't messing with him. Big names, Meek Mill, the culture wasn't messing with him, because now Gunna gets that label that you really can't get off your jacket. It's that bad of a label. It's almost as bad as Kendrick calling Drake a not to the extent, but it's a bad joint. You don't want that on your jacket, especially when you're a rapper, right? Because a rapper, the ideal image of a rapper is to be tough, is to be, cut from the cloth, just tough, just to be real authentic, right? And when we look at somebody like Gunna, it's a very interesting case. But it worked. Why did it work? First off, Gunna, I don't even think Gunna did an interview when that first happened. He didn't do an interview. When Young Thug was released last year and he was doing all those interviews and stuff and he was over explaining himself, it actually hurt his brand a lot more. And I understand now, I see why rappers don't do interviews as much, because that stuff be looking bad. And I don't want to say no names, right? But I ain't gonna lie, J. Cole. J. Cole is my favorite artist, right? So I'm not gonna say I can talk crazy. I'm not gonna talk crazy about Cole, because that's still one of my favorite artists. But I will say this: the interview press run he just did, I was not a big fan of it. And it was because I felt like it made his image look bad. And then the only reason why I say that is because some of the stuff he was saying, it just didn't sound good to me, right? And more so when it pertained to the battle, right, itself. I really didn't like what he was saying, right? I just didn't like it, and it was really more so the battle stuff. When it came to the Drake and Kendrick, him saying that, he has much love, and then his wife was crying, and then he made the decision an hour before I just didn't like hearing any of that, because that gave the internet so much ammo and so much just ammo to go off of and just tear them down even more. And I know Cole doesn't care, but as a Cole fan, I'm like, dag, like now they really gonna disregard his music. Like, it's sad to me, because I don't know if that apology was his fall off moment. I don't know, man. But regardless to say, right? I say all that to say I see why rappers are afraid to do interviews. You know what I'm saying? Especially the big artists. They're afraid to do interviews. But what Gunna did was he didn't do any of interviews. He just locked in. The only time you seen Gunna was on his timing. It was intentional. It was with a purpose. It meant something, you know. He would post the run clubs, you know, and then he would post his fitness journey, and then he would post, you know, new music coming out, and he just focused on what really mattered to him. You know, he left his personal life uh, away from the media, and he just locked in and he focused on what he wanted to present to the world, which was his new identity. That's why it works so well. He didn't really talk about it. He doesn't really even do interviews now. If we look up a Gunna interview, what are we gonna find? We're gonna find something back from he had this one ago, right? But he wasn't really saying much. It was more so, a talk on the album. You could tell that there was like some type of contract agreement.
The way you see an idea in your mind.
You made hit.
There was some type of, you know, contract agreement on what questions can be asked, right?
Yeah. You fuck with AI?
I fuck with it, but I'm not hands on. Like I'm slowly dipping into it. I'm not against it, and I'm for sure gonna tap into it. But I'm taking my time.
You gotta tap in deep real soon, because like this next 5 years, it's gonna be so transformational.
Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's very it's not a raw interview. It's very edited, right? So, and this isn't, you know, this isn't a journalist.
You made
Pretty sure this is a production guy, right? But yeah, so with Gunna's case, we know that redemption is possible. But what is deemed too far? Like, what goes off the rails? We don't know, right? The culture has to decide. The culture picks and chooses. I'm not going to lie to you. The culture picks and chooses. It really doesn't exist. It's just, you know, the ideal consensus of what everybody believes. That's what the culture is. So it really depends on the eyes of the culture. And I actually saw a lot of good things about Kanye's album. I think people are starting to come back to his side. And then I think the UK banning him also plays in his favor a little bit to get fans back on his side, because, you know, he also announced at the SoFi concert that he wanted to put all of this stuff behind us, right? Kanye West SoFi concert. All right. What did he say? He had a quote there. I forgot what he said. What did he say at the concert? What did he say? Kanye West. He said something. SoFi concert. Oh snap. Yo, what's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? SoFi concert. What did he say? He said something at the concert, y'all. I forgot. He said something like, "Let's put all this behind us." It was cool. I don't know. I feel like he's having a moment, right? I think that a lot of things are kind of being set up to play in his favor. So we'll see. Kanye West SoFi concert quote. How about quote from SoFi concert? How about that? Will that come up? Okay. I don't know how true this is, but he said, "I want to thank y'all for sticking by me all these years. Through the high times, through the low times. I love you for that. They said I'd never be back in the States. You know who y'all here to see," right? Okay. So I believe Kanye in his heart of hearts believes that he can make a comeback, right? So all this to say, right? I know we're going on a little bit of a tangent. I got into my journalism bag a little bit. I had to for y'all, but all this being said, that's the theme I want to go off of, redemption. So this is the process I take, y'all. I know this seems like a lengthy process. It seems like I'm doing a lot, but this is all research. This all helps me craft the narrative and explain what the artist is feeling like in the art piece that I'm about to make. All right. So all of this is important. All of this is information. All of this helps me, right? It helps me build a narrative. It helps me tell the story. It helps me convey the ultimate message. And I believe a big theme for this is redemption. And like I said, if you guys are just joining, he said, Freddie Gibbs said, if you got too many classics, they can't cancel you. Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm glad you said that. That's a fact. If you got too many classics, then you can't really get canceled musically. I think you could still get canceled publicly, right? You know. But who knows? Theme of redemption. How long have we been streaming for? Okay, we've already been streaming for 40 minutes, y'all. And I didn't even touch the canvas. I didn't even touch Photoshop yet. We've already been streaming for 40 minutes. Okay. So website I love to use is Pinterest. And I actually created a board for this. I was looking at some inspiration. Let me see. I was looking at some inspiration, right? For this album. Okay, I'm on my wrong account. I'm on the wrong account. I'm gonna log out. I'm gonna log in. I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna continue as that one. And hopefully my passwords don't come up on stream. Yada yada yada. Okay. By the way, y'all, this is my Pinterest. So if you guys want to check it out, please check it out. Got a couple things on here for y'all to look at. So I created this board right here, and I actually like this image. I feel like this is a perfect setup for me to do the what was it called? I really don't want to mispronounce it. The tradition. It's a band tradition, y'all. It's not like they still do it, but it's called a guru, right? A guru. Wow. Ohaguru. 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 This is a perfect setup for Ohaguru. And it keeps the black and white back in there. Ohaguru. Ohaguru. Okay. Ohaguru. By the way, guys, if you don't know what Ohaguru is, it is so that I can show you guys real fast. It is the black stuff on the teeth right here, right? This is a Japanese tradition where it signifies, it's only for women, so women do this, and it signifies beauty and coming of age. And it allows people to express intent. Excuse me. It allows men to know that women are available for marriage when they get their teeth blacked out like this. And it's usually all of their teeth. It's not just this one section that Kanye has. So why use one section, right? Another question we have to answer. But who knows? Okay, so let's go down here. Let's go back. Share this. Okay, this is a good setup. Like, this is a good setup. I don't know if we want to use Kanye himself, Saint West album cover. Is that him? Oh, it is his son. Wait, let's take a look at this. Behind the scenes of Bully album cover. Behind the scenes. Okay. Oh, so it is his son. Oh, snap. This is cool. Okay. I didn't know that. It's his son. Okay. So why would he have his son do a Japanese tradition for women? Interesting. Interesting, right? I don't know. I really am not too sure, right? Who knows, man? I have no clue, dog. Okay. Okay. Let's just type in Saint West. See what comes up. Okay. Yeah. I'm not too sure actually. Maybe it's no significance into it at all. Or maybe we have to watch another breakdown video. Who knows? Who knows? But let's see. Let's see if we can find some more evidence. Right. Let's go to YouTube real quick. Kanye. Oh, it's not 10 months. Okay. Kanye. Actually, that looks cool. How to retouch like a pro. Looks like a really good retouching. Add that to the get better. All right. Kanye West album cover. Okay. Album cover. Okay. All right. So what's it called?
Kanye is dropping an album called Bully. He released the album cover for it, and it leads us all to ask one question. Who is that on the cover? With all the AI verses on Vultures too, I'm surprised it's not a fake picture. But actually, it's a picture of Kanye's son, Saint, smiling ear to ear with a grill in his mouth. Although I still don't believe it. Apparently, Kanye is dropping an album called Bully. He released the album cover for it.
Okay. All right. So I can't really find too much. Oh, look, there goes me, right? Streaming. All right. So I can't really find too much about it. So we're gonna go back to Pinterest now. This is a good image. If we just want to use himself, I don't think we're gonna use his son. Or we could go off the theme of the Japanese woman, and we could use something like this. You know, this is actually the tradition. The tradition is all the teeth are blacked out, and I think we kind of miss the idea of the tradition with just this part being blacked out. But I think something like this would be cool as well. I don't know. This is just a mood board, so we're just putting things together, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work. I had a couple different styles that I really liked. This was one of them. Just kind of like we blow up Kanye's face and we put like a cutout of those teeth from the and then we could use here. Let's start saving some stuff. Or let's start downloading some stuff. That's what I mean. Download that. Bring that over here. Start downloading some stuff. Download. Also thought this was cool too. Like maybe having like different images. I thought this was cool too. Like we could put each letter as we could put each letter on the bottom like that, and then we can. I don't know. I just thought it was a cool idea. I also really like this. I don't know why I really like it, but it's cool. So we download it. I don't know why I really like it. I just do. Okay. I think that's a good like just self portrait. What do y'all think? Is that a good self portrait? I think that's a good self portrait. Uh yeah, right now we're just looking for inspiration. So, all right. Okay, that's cool. I added. Maybe we could do. Okay, I kind of like this. Okay. Maybe we can do something like that. And then, okay. I don't know. I look he like this too. Who would be our third person? Let's put that into account. Exactly. I don't know. And do we want to go with this Japanese tradition? Let's look at some images. Okay. Let's just look for Kanye West. Kanye West images. go. Let's go. Quick tip, y'all. If you changed, if you go to the tools right here, go to size, go to large, you get higher quality images. Don't know if you guys knew that, but now you know. Okay, I kind of like that. I think that's going to be our image. All right. All right, let's open Photoshop. Open Photoshop, y'all. I haven't opened Photoshop yet. I haven't opened Photoshop this whole time. All right. So when I'm making art, y'all, always go 3000 by 3000. Oh, it's getting late. It's already 11 o'clock. All right, y'all. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm not gonna end the stream yet. I'm gonna give it 30 more minutes, and I gotta go to work tomorrow. So we are gonna hurry this up a little bit, and then we'll probably just stream tomorrow. You know, why not? Probably just finish it up tomorrow on stream. Okay, so let's pull this image in. Pull that image in. All right, let's go here. Let's go there. By the way, you guys, I haven't showed y'all. Man, I made a cool piece last night. I made a really cool piece last night, y'all. Once it loads. Once it loads. All right. This is the piece I made last night, y'all. What do y'all think of that? This is cool. This cool. All right. Anyways, back to this. Okay. So we'll just probably just make this big. Okay. All right. The reason why I like this picture right here is because I feel like it shows emotion. It shows vulnerability. You know, his eyes are very vulnerable in this position. He looks almost innocent, right? And I think when we think of themes of redemption and we think of redeemable characters and we think of redeemable people in society, I think a good way that they can serenade people is by their looks, right? So I think the eyes say a lot here. So I like that. Let's bring in the original cover and let's just do a cutout real quick. If we can bring it in. Okay. Okay. Mm. Thank you. All right. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. Found this image of Kanye as a kid. I don't know if that's gonna work. We'll see. Bless you. Thank you. All right, y'all. I think we're gonna end it right here. I'll be back tomorrow to finish it up. All right, y'all. Excuse me. Thank you guys for watching tonight's stream. I really enjoyed streaming with y'all tonight. Probably gonna be back on here tomorrow to finish it. I know we did a lot of talking and a lot of discussing. So I just want to thank you guys for watching, first and foremost. More streams on the way, more videos on the way. I still got a lot of videos to edit. I still got a lot more things I want to do. And if you guys been rocking with me this far, man, I really appreciate it. Until next time, y'all. I'm gonna see you on the next one. And yeah, peace, man. Make sure you guys go follow me on Instagram at Cold Covers. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you liked what you saw today. And without further ado, y'all, I'm ending the stream. And I'll be back on the next time. Peace.